You don't need any atomic bomb. You don't need any battleship. All you need is darkness. You need nightfall. That's how Jesus said he was coming, without observation. He's going to sneak up on you. So be like Jesus. Sneak up on them. Wait till it gets dark. Wait till they can't see you, so they don't recognize you and won't know you. And then introduce yourself to them. But always be fair with them. Do unto them as they did unto you. That's fair. That's justice. That's equality. That's how you equalize the situation. I know they don't want to hear me tell you that. But I'm telling you the truth. When the white man drafts you into his army and trains you how to fight his enemy, well, that's what you're supposed to do. Fight an enemy. I don't blame him for doing that. But you're also supposed to know how to fight your enemy. And you fight your enemy just like he fights his enemy. You don't spare no blows. You don't spare no quarter. He doesn't spare any quarter. He's not merciful. He dropped the bomb on Hiroshima. 80-something thousand people died just like that. He didn't care. Women and children, he didn't care. They were his enemy. No prayer, no mercy, no nothing. He just wiped them out. You can learn a lot from the white man.
Put it on him. Put it on him. Put it on him.
We must be separated from the American white man,
right,
and return to our own land and our own people.
Right.
This is the only solution. But just as the biblical government of Egypt under Pharaoh was against Moses, because Moses had been directed by God to separate the Hebrew slaves from Pharaoh and lead them out of the house of bondage to a land of their own, today this modern house of bondage, America, under the authority of the American government, opposes the effort to separate us from the people here who made us their slaves and lead us to a land of our own. This government opposes the efforts to wake our people up. The government opposes efforts to clean our people up. And the government opposes efforts to stand our people on our own feet so we can walk out of this house of bondage to our own land and to our own people. And just as the government of biblical Egypt was against the God of the Hebrew slaves, today the American government is against the God of the Negro slave. And just as that Pharaoh tried to trick the Hebrew slaves into rejecting the offers of salvation from their God by deceiving them with false promises through magicians whom he had hired, who were carefully staging demonstrations to fool the people. Today this government is paying certain elements of the Negro leadership to deceive you, to deceive us, into thinking that we're going to be accepted into the mainstream of American life. You will never be accepted into the mainstream of American life. You will never get equality in America from the white man. You will never get justice in America from the white man. You will never get freedom in America from the white man. You will never be accepted in America by the American white man as a human being. The government is deceiving you with false promises, so you won't want to return to your own land and your own people. The government propagandists are telling you, stay here. Don't listen. And if you don't listen, they tell you they'll desegregate the lunch counter. If you don't listen, they'll desegregate the theater. If you don't listen, they'll desegregate the park or desegregate the public toilet. Imagine that going. If you don't listen, you'll have a chance to go to the toilet with white folks while you're out of your mind. Only way I want to go to the toilet with him is if I can flush him down with the rest of that stuff. Flush him right down the drain with the rest of his kind. They tell you that if you don't listen, we'll give you more civil rights bills. You hear the difference? Civil rights bill. They're going to give you another bill and another bill and another bill, and that's all you get is the bill. The government promises you this only to keep you from listening and to stop you from waking up. They know that if you listen long enough, you'll begin to do your own thinking. See for yourself. Make you able to hear for yourself. Make you able to think for yourself. And make you able to speak for yourself. And sure will make you able and willing and ready to fight for yourself. Whenever you have become fed up with the white man's brutality, and you get set to take matters into your own hands in order to defend your own people, this same hypocritical government tries to pacify you with deceitful promises of tricky civil rights legislation that is never designed as a true solution to your and my problem. Civil rights legislation will never solve our problem. The white liberals are nothing but political hypocrites who use our people as political footballs, only to get bills passed that will increase their own power. And the present proposed civil rights legislation in Washington, D.C. is designed to do nothing but give the present administration in Washington dictatorial power and make America a legal police state. But it will still never solve our problem. It'll give them power, but still you and I will be here catching hell. And this is what you must see. The present administration is only using civil rights as a political football to gain more legislation and power for itself. And our people are being used as pawns, political pawns in the game of power politics by political hypocrites. You can't please the white man. You out there at the downstate Brooklyn Medical Center trying to integrate and put you in jail. You can't please it. If you want to get away from you, he condemns you. If you try and cuddle up to him, he condemns you. If you lay down flat on the sidewalk and say, "Walk on me, Mr. White Folks," he's still not satisfied. He tell you, "Roll over on the other side, nigga. Get over on your back." You just can't please him. You can't satisfy him. Well, you're out of your mind trying to make love to a white man. You trying to call yourself appealing to his moral conscience. He has no moral conscience. He has no moral. How he gonna have moral conscience? He neither have morals nor conscience, much less moral conscience. No, don't waste your time. So the propaganda of the American government is skillfully designed to make our people think that our people back home don't want us. The government. This is government propaganda. This is government skullduggery. Yes, I'm telling you what it is. You don't have nothing put in the paper today that's not government control. Propaganda. They believe in propaganda. A psychological warfare for the mind of man, for your mind, for your body, for your soul, for your allegiance. Propaganda warfare. Propaganda is constantly being put upon you by the newspapers, by the television, by the magazines, by comic books, by everything designed to brainwash you into thinking that if you stay here, someday you'll have it made. No, you'll never have it made in this country. To keep you here, the government tells you Africa is a jungle. Isn't that what they say? That Africans are savage. That Africans are backward. They don't have modern conveniences over there. That's what they tell you. And then they tell you, you're too much like us white folks. What would you do? How would you live if you go back over there? And some of these old dumb, brainwashed, handkerchief-head, 20th century intellectual Negroes, first thing they tell you when you say something about, let's go back home, I haven't lost anything in Africa. No, you lost it all right here.